Today I'm going to be installing a new downpipe on my 2018 Golf GTI, and I'm going to be installing a TRACKSLAG pipe. It's a massive 4-inch pipe, and I'm really excited. I went with a catless option. At some point I may weld in a cat or get a resonated mid pipe with a vibrant resonator to replace the stock resonator, but I'm trying it out catless. And I'm really excited to get this on. The TRACKSLAG pipe is made in the UK. It's got a way longer flex pipe. It's got a massive 4-inch bend, and it just looks awesome. The quality of the weld is actually really great. It's a beautiful pipe. And when you look at it, you can tell there's great penetration. I'll have to clean that off. I guess it's some kind of manufacturing mark. But yeah, it's a really nice pipe. Getting up close and personal in case anyone's interested to see. But you can see that the welds are excellent. V-band looks like stock. Super long flex pipe. It's got the little kind of like keepers for the downpipe hanger. And yeah, beautiful pipe. You may know that I actually already had a downpipe on this car, which was this one, the Ultimate Racing 3-inch pipe, which was a great downpipe, but you can see that this is a way bigger pipe and it has no cat and no resonator. So it should change up the noise a bit. When I bought this, I planned on running it with a TCR muffler, but I ended up selling that at a great profit. And out of a few frustrations with the drone, even with this resonator and cat. So I got rid of the TCR muffler. I'm on the stock cat back completely right now. And I even have this off. So while I had this off, I just decided, you know, hell, let's go with the TRACKSLAG. I really wanted it. And yeah, so I ordered it, and I'm gonna end up getting rid of this Ultimate Racing pipe. But just to compare a bit more, like, you can really see the difference in size in these two pipes. So getting into the install, jacked up the car, put it on jack stands. It's so useful to have the car up high when you're installing a downpipe. The higher you can get it, the easier it will be. And you can see here I'm taking advantage of my Audi jack points, which really make it so much easier to jack up the front axle, because it just gives a second place to place a jack. So here I'm taking off the downpipe bracket bolts. Having a ratcheting wrench makes it so much easier to remove these just with the clearance. It lets you take them off from even above rather than going underneath the car. The first time I installed the downpipe, finding these nuts was really difficult for me for some reason. I did not understand where they were based on the tutorials I watched. So here I am just showing an up close of both of these nuts that you have to remove. You don't have to remove anything else, even on a performance pack, just these two nuts. This one right here, as well as this one, even though on my car, I guess I must not have tightened it down enough last time because it made its way off, and I found it on the subframe. Now here I am just taking off the O2 sensor. Don't want to forget to unplug this when I'm trying to take the pipe off. So it appears when I was messing around with my exhaust hanger, I must have loosened up my downpipe V-band. So usually you would just free this up by normal means, but I guess when I put this on a week ago, I did not tighten it down. I think this is a 5 or 6 millimeter. Normally. So now here I am taking off the little sleeve clamp that holds the downpipe on. It's really useful to have a second one of these clamps if you're gonna install a downpipe, just because a lot of the times the bolts or nuts are not facing downwards, so it can be really tough to get it off without cutting it. This is what I was messing with, and I think that's why I'm missing a nut as well as the thing that holds the V-band on, or the V-band was messed up. So clamps off, this is off, hangers off. So literally just need to pull the downpipe back and then maneuver it out. Maneuvering the downpipe out is not hard at all. But all you really have to remember is that you're trying to like twist it out, and having the clearance underneath the car to be able to twist it fully is so important. That's why jacking up your car a lot really makes it easy to remove a downpipe. All right, so stock pipe's out. I can kind of see it was obviously leaking just based on like that white tinge on the wastegate. I don't think my downpipe was sealed, but luckily I maybe got like 300 kilometers max driving it like that. But anyway, new downpipe, old downpipe's out. Gonna move over the O2 sensor. I might put a spacer on it if I can find the one that I have sitting around. And yeah, that's it. Get the O2 sensor on this. And yeah, I mean, geez, it literally looks like it's almost the exact same flex pipe. This one, the braiding, like the mesh braiding, kind of looks different. So, I mean, it's obviously not the same flex pipe, but man, oh man, that's similar. I even think it's the exact same length. Yeah, I'd say it's about the same length. So the downpipe's ready to go in. O2 sensors installed. Got the O2 sensor spacer. And I actually wrapped up with like an old shirt the bend of the downpipe to prevent it from getting scratched. And I'm gonna put the hanger on after it's in the car. Just makes it easier. So now it's time to shimmy this thing in. Reason why I decided to put an O2 sensor spacer on, I've actually had this sitting around for a while, but I might actually end up not getting a Unitronic tune for this car. I asked them for it, and it's been a lot of back and forth. Like, they have it advertised on their website because this GTI actually has the older Mark 7 CMOS 18.1 ECU. but they still haven't got it for me yet. So just in case, I'm putting this on that way. If I end up having to go with someone else, I have the spacer on, and it'll reduce the chances of a check engine light until I can get like a proper like J-style spacer with a little mini cat in it or something like that. But got this all set up, so now it's time to get another car and get this in. Okay, so we have the downpipe on. Got the V-band on. It's pretty hard to get the V-band lined up because there's so much flex in the flex pipe. But yeah, so I got the V-band on. I have the bracket tightened. Did not have to cut it off like I saw another video did. But I definitely see why they thought it might be necessary, because it was so impossible to get the downpipe up with the O2 sensor on. I had to take it off. Yeah, so now I'm down here. I've got to tighten up these two clamps, and then, you know, put some trim and button everything else up. Okay, so from underneath, we've got it all buttoned up except for putting the e-Golf little under tray kind of exhaust tray back. This is all in, adjusted. I've got the O2 sensor tightened down. I basically screwed it in from here and tightened it up. And everything's been wiped down with some wax and grease remover, so I won't burn anything in. Okay, so got the pipe on. You can see this massive pipe here. Everything's tightened down, pipe's wiped down, so just about ready to start up. Right now I'm just flashing the ECU back to stage 2 because I was on stage 1 while I had the stock downpipe on. So you can see that there, it's getting flashed. But yeah, so since all wasn't bad, we'll get a startup clip pretty soon. But yeah, it's not hard. You definitely don't have to cut off the bracket right there, like some videos have shown. It is hard. Like, it is a really big pipe. Like, you see the clearance there. So I had to take the O2 sensor out, but once I did that, it actually wasn't that bad to install. So yeah, hopefully I can get that IS-38 on pretty soon if I ever get my tune from Unitronic, if they'll ever take my money. But yeah, that's about it. That and the engine crank pulley are all that are left. So might get the crank pulley on pretty soon, and then it's just turbo time. So that's the video. Thank you for watching. The next couple minutes are just going to be a bit of B-roll up close showing off that TRACKSLAG downpipe as well as my old Ultimate Racing downpipe, kind of doing a little comparison up close, looking at some of the welds and all that. So again, thanks for watching. Enjoy the B-roll if you're interested. And yeah.